All right, well, we're starting over.
Yeah.
That's our second ever unique message. Well, Skinny Prince got us. Shut up.
Yeah. Whose fault is that?
The content. The concept of content. We had to do content.
That's a good point. Oh yeah, there was a light anomaly here.
In what universe were we not going to do that?
That's a good point. So technically it's the chat's fault.
It's the game's fault.
Whoever's watching the YouTube video right fucking now, I hope you're entertained. I hope my little monkey dance.
They should have just made the
maneuvers.
entire. They should have just made the entire run harder instead of ending it like the after image of him is on the screen or something, or he's just like always standing in the middle every time we change angles, just blocking.
That's actually really funny. I kind of wish that they had done that. Now that
something besides just killing us.
Yeah. Oh well.
But yeah, because
it's a lot to ask an independent game developer to do anything ever. So as long as they finish a game, I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
But I went through college in this awkward thing where I'm like, I technically already understand calculus, but I do need to take it at some point to graduate. So during one of the summers, instead of stacking the coursework for calculus with my existing stuff, because that sounded like it was going to be miserable, I just took it during the summer at a local community college.
Did that transfer over though?
No.
That's where they get you.
So that was stupid. It transferred over and they're like, that's math, made up number math. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, you have to be careful.
I took calculus, you fuckers.
No, that was a big thing at University of Maryland as well.
I hate college so much. It's so stupid. Yeah. It's just a scam in those ways. So I had to take calculus for a third time. And I'm like, motherfucker, I've taken this class twice now, leave me alone. So I took it in my last semester of college. And
extra object back there.
Oh yeah, the books.
Yeah.
Oopsie. And the might count as the office, or it might count as like one of the hallways or something.
I don't know. Let's say the office.
But tragedy struck once more in that I showed up for the final for college calculus at the very end. 5.5 years into college, very ready to be done.
Good lord, that's a long time to be in college. This
fucker didn't show up, and just had some substitute give the exam, and we all received this exam, and it was unrecognizable. It didn't resemble the course we had taken.
That's cool. You had a really great math experience.
Yeah, so in a panic, I just wrote a letter to him, like, come on, man. And apparently I graduated, so I guess it worked out. There's no way I'd pass that test, and I needed to pass that test, so I don't know. What's fucked up is that there's a bunch of college classes out there that are their own level of stupid, where the teacher just doesn't give a shit and doesn't really give a coherent class and fucks up half the things they're doing, and then just, like, curves it or something and moves on. And you get the same credit as people that actually had to take a class where people were paying attention.
I don't know. Maybe I just went to pretty good universities, but I never experienced anything like that.
Gun.
This is...
I don't think that was
a game that is not made in the US, because that would be extremely problematic.
I don't think the gun was there before.
I don't think.
I think a gun being added to a school is intentionally evocative.
I agree.
I mean, Stephanie's been taking college, and she's just been tortured by the experience. Just a series of increasingly baffling teachers. Like one that said, "We're all going to meet at this address for a guest speaker," and they never explained that quote-unquote address was functionally the middle of the field in 100-degree weather in the middle of the summer. And they were going to be digging with shovels, so they needed like coverage and sunscreen and safe footwear, and none of that was communicated at all. They thought they were going to go to some
studying
auditorium and sit down. She's taking classes in like agriculture and stuff, or animal stuff.
Okay.
She's trying to get a job and career going because everything sucks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But the school experience is a personal attack on her. And she's also very clever, so she also basically doesn't have to try whenever there isn't completely baffling things happening. But she's taking a semester off from college right now because she got double scalped. The two locations that she potentially works for are fighting over her right now.
That's good.
So her hours keep changing,
Work experience
and she's
is worth its weight in gold.
yeah, like she keeps getting like she's getting raises as a result, but her hours keep changing, and so she can't like maintain. She can't go to college because her life's in chaos right now, and it sucks. Because ultimately her goal is to escape this shitty job with the low ceiling, and that's making her life bad and get a career going. So this delay is bad, but the money is good, so it's frustrating.
Right.
Did I see? Nope, not the radiator. All of the entire concept of jobs and careers and college and everything, it's all bad. Get out while you can, Light Anomaly.
Chad, if an audience, if you're in school, stay in school. Don't let us griping influence your life decisions.
Oh no, that's half of why it's bullshit, is the extent to which you have to, while also it not making sense every step of the way. These are all the same, I think. Still a horse, and then another horse, and the spring boards, and the balance things, or whatever. That's not a balance beam. There's no balance beam in here. These are called something else.
Pommel horse? No, it's not a pommel horse either. Parallel bars? Uneven bars?
Yeah, parallel bars sounds right. The balance beam is a big, long thing.
That's right.
Doors.
They're open.
Doors. God, that's so hard to read.
There you go.
This menu is really hard to read.
Yeah, it's rough. I didn't know that games could be this grayscale. Like, this is impressively desaturated.
Yeah, why is even the menu desaturated? Was that necessary? Swole Man is still here. He is not in a wheelchair. Leave. Yeah. I mean, I'm wishing the best for him. I don't want him to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's like baby shoes never worn. Like there's a narrative there.
Yeah.
Oh, the tile.
Yep.
Other corridor. That's the last thing we reported too, is the corridor.
Wow, that corridor sure is up to shenanigans.
When's that fan gonna blow the paper off the desk? Been bothering me this whole time.
There's something really nice in terms of career stuff. Like, very recently I reached my terminal role in my career, and it's like, if I choose to never get promoted again, I don't have to. And that's an amazing feeling. Like, trying to do corporate,
like you reach a destination that you can just stay at, so you can just work your job forever until
I get tired of it.
Until the office is liquidated.
Yeah. It's just like, no, not having to jockey for like promo.
They're just gonna lock the building closed and condemn it with you guys in it. Just leave.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's what I've learned about.
I still keep getting paid. Fuck it.
That's what I've learned about the games industry.
Yeah.
All right, burn it down.
We published our game. Thanks for all your hard work. We're shutting things down now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Illusory, come play with us.
Is Illusory in your chat?
Tell us about your bad college experience or whatever.
Or your good one. I had a good time in college. I just don't remember a lot of it.
I remember thinking in college, yeah, it's fine. I lost contact with all my high school friends. These are my real friends. I'm gonna know these people forever.
God, no.
I don't know any of those people anymore. I lost those people immediately. I've never
Are we
seen them
missing a
again.
hoop?
Yes. There's one hoop. There's 6 hoops and 6 goals.
Okay.
Gym. Object disappearance. We don't have a warning yet. That's good.
Yeah, no, this is going fine.
Chair, chair. Chair, chair.
I took 3 drawing classes and a painting class in my college, and that was very, very nice. That enriched my life so much. It was also a shit ton of work, though.
Shame about the radiation poisoning.
Ha! Yes, I
Word association. It's half of my comedy.
The painting class was a semester of me just having a constant headache because it was oil painting. So you're not really far off. It was like, cool, I get to smell turpentine every 2 or 3 days for a couple of months.
I know that word from Fallout.
Yeah. And to be fair, it was odorless terpenoid, but it still gave me a headache.
There's something to say about like the chosen reality of a Fallout game and how like when it makes
the clock's
gone.
Please,
clock's gone.
No, it's moving. It's moving. It's not gone. It's just low.
Oh shit!
It's just
there
low.
it is. No, I couldn't see it. No.
I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you, but Chad, didn't I tries to tell him?
You did tries to tell.
I tries to tell.
Like I find it interesting.
Fallout?
It's always just interesting to analyze the reality presented by a video game. Like there's a good video by I think Kyle Calgren that's called like no, I think it's by Aaron Signal. It's like who gets to be a civilization, and it's questioning who the quote unquote civilizations are in the Civ games each time.
Oh,
and
those are yeah, light anomaly, right?
Oh maybe light.
Yeah, it's
like it looks pretty bright. Yeah. Over the course of the series, like there's questions to be asked, like who gets to be in a civilization in each sequel, who loses or gains civilizationhood, which civilizations are technically the same civilization as each other, but at different periods of time, and so on. And then in a sort of way, like there's a interesting question to be had about like you look at the total list of the clutter in a Fallout game, and like what is the filtered reality of a Fallout game according to its developers? Like what objects do they think are the base 50 objects of clutter that make up a society, and why is turpentine one of them? Like turpentine, super glue, soda.
I don't know. It's the 19 decades, so
it's just a very specific sequence of items. Was this wall always so reflective?
Yeah.
Moist.
But were the PP? Hang on. Were them urinals? Them urinals look not very tall.
You think they've shrunkened?
I think they've shrunkened.
They do look weirdly small.
Yeah.
I will give you that. They are strange urinals. Then. I cannot read this text. There you go.
It's not that one, though.
Toilet.
Turlet.
Object.
Distortion.
Distortion.
Yeah.
I will give you this. I will not pipe tepid meat goo into my mouth.
Okay, then. My bad. You know what's really funny about the Fallout games is that
most things.
Abyss presence. Yep.
Hi, buddy.
The aesthetic being all like the atomic age.
Don't worry, Jim's still here.
Oh, good, and he's still standing at attention.
Yep.
The aesthetic is like that atomic age stuff from like the 40s and 50s, and the original like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, the premise was just that people thought it like looked cool. Like basically when the nuclear war happened in that game, at that time society was basically just going through like a retro phase Sort of
Yeah.
like what we do now when we're like, hey, the 80s were pretty cool. So there's like an 80s.
Yeah, what always fucks me up
right
about
now.
the Fallout universe is that the era that everything visually calls back to does not match up with the timeline of the war in that
Exactly.
universe. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. So a lot of people
I played literally all of Fallout
incorrectly
3 and New Vegas half my life
Yeah.
ago without knowing that.
a lot of people incorrectly think, oh, the setting is nuclear war, alternative timeline happened in the 40s and 50s, and society has like stagnated with that aesthetic.
Yeah, but
That's
no,
wrong.
The ink spots were having a renaissance.
No, yeah, exactly it. Exactly it. Everyone thinks it's, and to be fair, I think that interpretation is better. I think that's a cooler lens to have done things, like an alternate history where
Yeah, that
the
even
bombs
the
dropped in the
culture, even the
1950s.
culture you see in Fallout isn't authentic. It's the equivalent of the Expendables.
Yeah, you know, like I think that it would have been cooler
Sure.
if they had, you know, but whatever.
Chair's gone.
I don't know if I like those games now that I think
Fallout?
about it. Yeah,
Soap's gone.
I'll have to think about it a little bit more. But it's like, were those as good as I remember them being? I don't know.
I'm iffy on most of the Fallout games.
Yeah. New Vegas, like, it's such a. I wish that New Vegas didn't have the fans that it does. You know what I mean?
The extent to which it's hyped up as being the biggest, best RPG ever made, and you're like,
I know.
It's an extremely
like,
rushed, like, ROM hack of a bad Fallout game.
And then you got the fashy people and like,
It's like Fallout 3 is terrible, and Fallout New Vegas is mostly changed to how Fallout 3 plays. So it's just full of
I just
weird
heard a
problems.
sound effects.
I think that might have been a real-life motorcycle.
Oh, I think it was a real-life motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just, Fallout New Vegas is so mechanically uninteresting to play. That's kind of hard for that to rescue it. And then most of the role-playing depth is just a bunch of NPCs you talk to and pick dialogue options for.
Yeah.
And most of the variability comes from just like what order you even encounter the characters in to be able to comprehend.
Picture anomaly. Or TV monitor.
Because of this thing here.
Yep.
Because like it's such a big non-linear world that you just encounter characters in completely different orders and experience the narrative differently, because like the first time half the choices you make are made lacking context because you're still trying to learn. You spend so much of the playthrough learning about the world that that most of your decisions were made with incomplete information. But also a lot of it's railroaded based on stuff you didn't even know was affecting things. Like like interestingly, like I did like I took like a sort of yes man route, and there was a weird moment where they just brought it up like, huh, the president's gonna be like assassinated or something. We should probably do something about that. And then none of the dialogue options were to do it. Every dialogue option, every dialogue option was to instantly fail the quest, and then 30 other quests. You're like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, what a weird interaction that it's like it frames it like a choice, but it's not a choice. I just can't choose to save the president.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Additional object.
It's a tiny intruder, or is that a pee bottle?
I think that's a fire extinguisher or something.
I don't know. I'm having trouble. Here, like the encoder
it's a thing overloaded. Of NOS.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Illusory.
Hello, testing. Can you?
Oh, that's a trash can microphone.
Oh, even better. I don't have a microphone at all.
What does that mean?
What the hell?
You're on your phone.
I'm on my phone. Yeah.
That might make it hard for you to see anything.
I've got a pretty big screen.
Hello.
I've got a big screen.
Unshun and Delu slicing up eyeballs. At least that's what came to mind for me. I can't tell what I'm looking at still, but that's definitely different.
I think one thing that particularly bothers me about Fallout New Vegas, and this has gotten worse with time, is, I mean, probably the most obvious thing that, like, presenting New California Republic and Kaiser's Legion as both sides are bad, like, has really, really aged so poorly at this point. Like,
I'm back.
That game is both
My ball
sides
slipped out.
the game, and that's rough.
I don't know if it's fully both sides or more just like the modern reality of being trapped between a horrible side and a incompetent and also sort of malicious side. So guess what? The guys that don't hate gay people still do drone strikes. And that kind of misery. We're like, cool, I love these options.
Yeah.
It's the false choice. Because the American dream, that is a little scary, creepypasta picture here.
Oh no.
The American dream is all this idea that democracy will win and you can make the best government by voting between these options, but it doesn't consider the fact that you don't get to pick the options to begin with. And like, yeah, when I vote, I don't really think very much because one of the options is evil. So,
ow.
I guess the other people just win? And that's probably not good. That they just win by default without having to be good.
I think that a lot of people that are really into politics and government wish that wasn't the case as well, right?
To summarize the scholar of our years, Bo Burnham, you're really gonna make me vote for Joe Biden. Which is a song I feel in my heart.
I think that Nancy Pelosi summed it up really well when she was like, we really need a strong, Republican Party. And it's like, yeah, we kind of do, right? Like, they need to get their shit together and stop being like cartoon villains. You know, if we're gonna have two parties in this country, can one of them not be fucking horrible, please? That would be great.
Imagine if they had anything resembling a point.
Well, their point is wow, we're getting political in here.
Hey, buddy!
Whoa, nice.
Hi, Illusory. Well, did you bring the politics with you today?
I could.
Do you know how to play this game, Illusory? Do you know what's happening?
Yes, okay. I do know what's happening, but came in late enough that I have no idea how any of these scenes are supposed to look. So.
Oh yeah, you're probably still absorbing what's going on. Well, this is like our third or fourth run, so we'll probably win this round.
Yeah, if we win, we'll start a new level.
We'll start a new level.
Finally,
yeah.
I'm pretty done with this one. I want it to be dead. Anyway, welcome to the very phallic painting we keep looking at, Illusory.
Yeah, look at that. What's going on over there?
It's just very distracting. I don't know how that
generated. Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that sculpture in Clockwork Orange.
Getting bigger. Big net in the middle.
The net. Wow, that was hard to spot. It's like the object in the room designed for me to look through and not lock my eyes onto.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I stopped looking at the net an hour ago. Wee woo. We have an hour and a half left. Please, dear God.
Well, don't get cucked by the skinny prince this time.
I won't, unless. I guess in that situation, you just stand still and wait for the notification for it to be gone. Because Lord knows I don't have the order of the screens memorized. When I was like, we're going to organize horror stuff for our groups for Halloween, I did not anticipate every single day being consecutive observation duties over and over again.
I mean, it worked.
Last week we did 3 days in a row. It was very funny.
It seems like not a bad choice when it's, easy to organize.
I was anticipating having alternating schedules between 2 different horror games or something on my releases.
Yeah.
No.
It's good content. I'm getting views.
Wow. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Tiny.
No, he's just far away.
What?
Uh-huh.
Prove it.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. Nobody can.
But I won't be here all weekend. So fend
I'll
for
Alright, I
yourself.
space duty by myself then.
You're gonna have to fend for yourself. Because,
I just moved closer to the router. This was kind of
There you go.
janky, but I think I'm good now.
tomorrow I'm going to a Halloween event, and the next night I think I'm going to free karaoke in VR chat, which takes place exactly at the same time as our Saturday things. So I've missed the last like month of them. Where are the things? I'm scared. Have we gotten a warning in this run even?
No, we're doing good.
Holy shit. We are destroy. I just check the paintings here every now and then with the warrant thing because I will never remember what these look like.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're incomprehensible. And at some point I did report that and we did get it, so it has changed at least once. The AI titties are still here.
I know, it's great. Well, 5:15. We're pretty much in the clear. Just gotta stay
How
strong through this
dare you
last
say that out
hour.
loud? How can you do that to us?
Does this game have camera malfunctions? Because we might be missing one of the classrooms? Yep, we're missing one of them.
Sneaky. Yeah, the entire room was gone. There could be stuff in there. That was a good catch. That's one of the hardest ones to catch, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
You just have to remember that you haven't seen a room for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
I can never remember like the sequence of the rooms.
I think it wasn't gone for very long. Like I feel like I noticed that almost immediately.
This game reminds me of escape rooms in that like the strategy sometimes is just have a variety of people that will just notice wildly different things.
Yeah, or like a trivia night.
Yeah, you gotta
like the sports bro.
Yeah,
you need the pop culture person.
You gotta diversify your friendfolia.
Yeah. Sounds like something that sounds like an unironic mechanic in Homestuck. Having a friend folio.
The only thing I know...
Bench not.
Bench gone. The only thing I know about Homestuck is that it has a very strange numbering system for describing where you are in the series.
The only thing I know about Homestuck is that it's completely culturally irrelevant at this point, and you have no reason to go back and read it.
And people do not like the sequel. And I guess a lot of it doesn't exist.
Oh, right.
There's
licensed it. Yeah.
There's Homestuck 2.
Yeah, they like licensed out like some other people to make it, and yeah.
And there's also the video game. Hive Swap.
Oh, that's an open door.
That's an open door.
Yep.
Hive Swap's actually the first thing I ever heard about with Homestuck. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was just a game that came out. I'm like, oh, and there's a weird amount of people are hyped for it, and I'm like, this looks like
a Flash game.
Just some game. It's just a point-and-click adventure game that had a how long to beat that said it was 2 hours long. I'm like, I don't really understand why people are so excited about Hive Swap Chapter 1, but okay. And oftentimes that's just some kind of undercurrent of fandom that you don't know about.
Yep. There's a very, very funny Sarah Z video where she talks about Homestuck and like, oh god, the people involved, like the author and like the legal team and stuff like that, are completely incompetent.
Oh yeah.
And it was a video about like how they didn't pay like their game developers for Hive Swap and stuff like that, and
just the huge runaround of like how
it was.
the creator of Homestuck kept sending was involved in this incredibly lengthy email chain with Sarah that was increasingly frustrating and confusing because he still had never watched the video this entire controversy was about. So he was just like talking at his ass
and saying, "I haven't had time to watch your video," but he did that like 7 emails in a row.
Wheelchair's back.
Wheelchair's back.
He was just infinitely talking in incredibly vague terms about like what they're doing and what this thing means while not knowing what's happening. It's like, what the fuck? You don't even know what the topic is, bro. Like, do your homework, please. I beg of thee. Anyway, we beat the level. We graduated.
We did graduate.
We fixed 25 anomalies, and we'll never talk. I think we got a warning at the last second, which is a little scary.
It is very funny because I thought we were doing great.
Yeah, they got us right at the end.
We did win, but yeah.
This is such an AI-generated fucking, like... I imagine this is what it looks like when you launch that one Disney show that everyone hated. Secret Wars? Marvel Secret Wars?
Secret Wars, yeah.